say where the road goes, where the day flows, only time. And who can say if your love grows as your heart shows, only time. We
Welcome to Compass Health. For over 100 years, we've been providing services to our most vulnerable community members. Starting on this campus, where Everett community members gathered together to welcome children who were without a home into a welcoming, caring environment to meet all their needs. Now, over 100 years later, we're providing services in Snohomish, Skagit, Island, and San Juan counties. We serve children, we serve families, adults and older adults. Every year, we serve over 13,000 individuals in all the communities in which we provide services. Our mission is to champion the quest for well-being in all our communities. This means fully embracing all the needs that individuals bring to us. That may be mental health treatment, chemical dependency treatment, therapeutic foster care for children, low-income housing, and other types of social support services. We are governed by a board of directors comprised of community members who care about our organization and those that we serve.
2004, my wife passed away.
What my rock bottom was when my husband announced that we're going to get a divorce. I lost him, I lost my home in Colorado, I lost my cat, I lost my son, I lost my entire life.
When I was 13, I was kidnapped, I was beaten for 6 hours and violently raped.
What I've noticed that it has benefited is my children. I see a big difference.
I flew home and had the funeral with my wife, and I got a son that was 15 at the time, and actually as he passed away, my son was talking to me on my cell phone as he was holding her and she was dying in his arms. I started using drugs. I never used drugs before. I went down a path that I never even thought I'd ever do. I didn't even know Compass Health existed. I really didn't know I had the type of problems I have.
I wanted to put everybody else out of my misery. I felt like I'm awfully depressed, I feel horrible, everybody around me feels horrible. So that's when I first started thinking that suicide was the answer. I woke up in the ER and everybody's like, what's going on? We're doing all sorts of tests, and I finally came clean and said, well, it's because I'm abusing painkillers.
That was a very horrible experience, and it happened right outside of my house. My mom didn't hear me screaming at her. We fought for an hour in front of my house. It was in the ditch. I was gonna die.
They told me I had severe major depression, anxiety disorder. They thought maybe I might have some little bipolar in me. I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what it was called. When you're a person that has money, you don't think about things like that. You don't think about that this could happen to you. And I've learned that mental illness is non-discriminating. It can hit anybody at any time, any walk of life. It doesn't matter your education, your background.
I ended up at Compass Health because I'm a recovering drug addict. I was addicted to meth for 5 years. The medications I found in my history did me more harm than good. I suffered from horrible side effects from them all. They were constantly changing the dosages.
I didn't want to feel the way I felt anymore. I've just had a pain, an ache inside of me that wouldn't go away. And it hurt. It really hurt, and I didn't know what to do with it. It was like my choice was either to die or do drugs.
I didn't have a home. I had shut down my home. I'd lost my rentals because I didn't pay any bills. I mean, depression is a debilitating disease that people don't realize what they're going through when it first hits them. I realized that recovery is something that's slow and it's step by step. I had to decide, okay, what can I do for myself to help my recovery? You have to develop a life out of what you can do. Your limitations are put on yourself by yourself.
We have over 500 dedicated staff members spread throughout the 4 counties who work day in and day out to meet the mission of our organization. We provide a full continuum of behavioral health care. We have staff that are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We provide a wide array of outpatient services, therapeutic, foster care for children, and other social services such as low-income housing.
My name is Brooke McCulley and I'm a therapist and I work here at the Grace Kessler Children's Facility. And the Children's Facility is basically designed to help kids and families with individual needs, help them learn tools to problem solve, build confidence, and have fun. The types of therapy that we do here consist of a variety of individual, family, play therapy, storytelling, different trauma techniques. Whatever this kid is dealing with, we will tailor make the treatment plan to fit their needs.
I attended Compass Health when I was 10 years old, so my mom actually had brought me here, and I found it to be a great experience for myself, so I decided for my children it was the best thing that was for me, so I brought them here also. What's been beneficial for myself has been that seeing the changes in my kids. Even in school, I've noticed a big difference in Adrian. He's able to express his feelings. He's able he has better skills of showing how to use proper way of when he's upset, when he's sad, and so it's helped us.
It's really an honor to watch people change, to see kids grow, to see them learn to believe in themselves, and then for their families to believe that they can change too.
The program wasn't here for us. I think it would be very difficult for myself and for our family to learn how to cope with just situations that have came upon in our family. It's given us the tools to be able to support our children, and I think that's been the biggest benefit.
Drug use became my only out, and when I first came to Compass, I was still using, but I did get clean and sober through the NA program. The turning point for me really was, I have to give a lot of credit to my therapist. What I needed was some deep counseling. These last 3 years, I have made such a tremendous amount of just progress in my life, to the point where when people who've known me for a while haven't seen me for a year or so, they'll come up to me and we'll hang out for a while, and then they'll look at me and they'll go, "Sarah, you have changed so much. I mean, you look different, you act different, you react differently."
And I found that the most valuable thing to me has been the therapy, where at first, years ago, it started off with psychiatric meds and the antidepressants. That wasn't an option for me. It just didn't work for me. It caused more nightmare than good. So I found the most useful thing for me is my therapy. And I really have to work at it. I really have to consciously change my thinking. And I think the biggest, most useful thing for me was that I was willing. I am building up my confidence a lot, and I'm starting to see light at the end of the tunnel. I'm going to be graduating from DBT, and I believe it's this June or July I'll be graduating from IOP, because I'm in phase 3 of IOP right now. And I've been able to get a part-time job. So I work about 10 or 15 hours a week, and it's not the money that matters as much to me. My priority with my job is just getting out and about in the world and recreating my life and meeting people and just getting up out of bed in the morning and having a schedule to keep and having some structure.
I stayed in a garage with a car for about a year, and during that time is when I got help from DSSH, and they referred me to Compass Health, and I went through the door at Compass Health. As I talked to people at Compass Health, I realized maybe I got a gift. Maybe this isn't the end of my line here. Even though I went through everything, I got a gift. And I don't mind sharing it.
You raise me up so I can stand on my
We would not be the organization that we are, nor able to meet our mission without the support of the community.